Hello, everybody. This is Kill Me Horde, and I'm back with another episode of God, I forgot what it was actually called. The Crow's Eye. The whole last episode, I said I was gonna find out what would happen if I walked in here without the gas mask. I lose a lot of health. Wearing the gas mask now. Woo! Wrong thing. I meant to turn off my light because I didn't think it was helping me.
LaFleur saw me smile the other day as I carried out the protocols and asked, scared, if I enjoyed what I did. Truth is, he made me think about the situation. Do I enjoy it? It's true that human traits cannot be attributed to an animal. But would it be fair to consider the lion is sadistic because she has to kill the gazelle to feed her cubs? It isn't the process that is enjoyed, but the result. I imagine that the lioness will enjoy having some peace of mind, knowing that her cubs can be properly fed. When it comes to survival, you don't just beat around the bush. And sometimes I think that we are hypersensitive.
Man, it just sounds like you're killing people and not having a problem with it. Like, look, you got brains in a jar. I'm smashing all your glass bottles. James LaFleur to William Holtwick, December 25th, 1943. The redheaded crewman from the Philadelphia experiment, Hurley McCannon, is dead. Everything has happened in so little time, but to summarize, he ended his own life. What is surprising, however, is what has been found inside his skull. Let me break this down. I'm certain you will enjoy what I'm about to tell you, just as much as I will enjoy telling you. His apathy and the tingling in his brain increased day after day. His wife told us the only way Hurley could ease that tingling was by sitting on the balcony railing on the 10th floor and gaze at the sky with the obvious danger it entailed. This obviously worried his family, and their fright increased over time, and under the doctor's recommendation, he was confined to a mental hospital. Once there, things failed to go any better. He began to isolate himself from other people and from any stimulus. He showed no interest in anything, not even eating. And I have told them 1,000 times about giving metal cutlery to pointless suicidal people, but of course they never listen. Pointless? I meant potential. Oh my god. What have I said? Potential suicidal people. Of course they never listen. They sat him in front of a plate of food with the metal cutlery perfectly sharpened side by side, and he spent several hours there without eating a bit, without uttering a word, staring blankly at the wall in front of him. Where the doctor, seeing that the food was being eaten by flies, opted to remove the plate and throw the meal in the bin. But he forgot to take the cutlery away. The redhead took the fork, held it firmly, stared at the doctor in an odd way, and stabbed his very own eye with it. He split his eyeball open. Right after that, he began to shout some nonsense as he banged his head on the table, which inserted the fork further down his skull through the eye, and so he died. What was in his skull outside of the fork? Unless that's what he was just wanting to say, the fork. Why can't I move you? Ooh, too dark. I can't go back in there. Oh, this is what I'm doing.
I don't know where my companions are. I've locked myself in a room, and I'm hoping somebody will find me. I feel worse every minute, and I can't find my pills. I'm getting paranoid. I think I've already lost any contact with reality. I don't know what to do. I'm really, really frightened.
Damn. Man needs his pills. I'm not prepared for you this time, but I will be next time. Maybe. I don't know. What the heck? Save machine. Save. Press C to use adrenaline. Where did it just take me? C. C. Interesting. Slow-mo time. Oh god, Bright. Am I being operated on? Hello? Locked door? I'm back. Boom! Lasers off, fellas. We got the laser access. Tape. Cloth. Band-aid. Run, run, run. Hold on a second. I'm going the wrong way. Run, 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 run. Think, 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 think. Go to the laboratory. What? I don't actually know what I'm doing. For all I know, this is the completely wrong direction. No, this appears to be the correct direction. What do you know? Climb up this ladder without my hands, you know how it be. Gotta do the slow-mo large jumps or I'll never make it. Why is everything getting darker?
I've seen it again, but it's strange. It is as if I'd lived it over and over again. This has been happening to me ever since I got out of that damn ship. From that time, I can only remember seeing my companions completely overwhelmed by the situation, surrounded by thick green mist. I remember closing my eyes, unable to stop hearing screams, gasps, lamentations.
Am I in my kid's bedroom?
I feel really dizzy, and I don't even know where these ducks take to. I can't stop thinking about my wife and son. They are the reason I can
I am
still
this
go on.
guy.
April 2nd, 1949.
I am Benjamin Bennett. Paul. Ah. Loading. It's the crow. And his eyeball. It just led me into a toilet. Benjamin Bennett.
He was in front of me. Light barely illumined his features. Just about enough to observe the look on his face. His mind didn't seem to respond to anything. I panicked and I fell on the floor. At that moment, I could only distinguish a black wing substituting his right arm. When I stood up, he wasn't there anymore. Could this be real?
I think you're going crazy, Benjamin. Whoops. Save machine. Must save, must save. What is in these vents? I need to find ink and cloth so I can make a map and not get lost. I'm getting lost in these vents. Something moved. I don't know what though. There's ink. Letter from William Holtwick to James LaFleur. January 23rd, 1944. Dear James, on my trip back to Crowswood, I've been thinking. No, you're not convinced either about the answer we were given regarding the crew member that still remains unharmed. This cannot end here. It mustn't. During the past few days, I've been borrowing information that might lead us to Benjamin Bennett's home, so that we can persuade him to help us conduct some tests on him. I could use your collaboration here. I know you believe I'm a loner and that I'm rotten inside, but two heads think faster than one. And I'm willing to do it following your methods. Willing to do it following your methods? Is that a typo? If you intend to collaborate, I'm giving you the opportunity to make your own decisions and focus on what you really want to investigate. To have the courage to create your own shadow instead of living under someone else's shadow. Nobody aspires to work for those rats of the state. I never mentioned this to you, but with much effort I managed to turn an old abode into a medical university. We have all the resources we need to conduct a wide range of researches. Evidently, money isn't going to be an issue. Think about it. We can kill several birds with one stone. William Holtwick. William, why did you capture this man against his will? The radio. Hello? Oh. Okay. Just a hole in the ceiling now.
April 20th, 90.
William's going
Are you
crazy.
Okay? I didn't think you'd make it this far this time. And I see you've got it made. This university is falling apart and it's not my fault. I really didn't expect what happened with the floor. Oh, dear. You aren't very talkative, are you? Are you angry? You should be happy. You're very close to the exit.
Companion cubes, let me escape. Can you sit properly so I can stack you? I don't think that's the escape method. Oh, but I can move this. Perhaps that is the escape method. Right here. Yep. Cube. Cube. God dang it. These cubes don't stack. They do not stack. Place. Place. I'm stupid, never mind. I didn't notice that this box was movable. Box. Box. Where did I come from again? Came from the vent. I'm gonna go back through the vent. Map out that room that I was in way back there. Might have been this room right over here. I think it was this room right over here. Save game. I gotta stop pressing C to crouch. Says that door's unlocked. Obviously isn't. Alright, well, through the vents I go again. It's a very big map again this time. Need a key. You're just blocked. And you are blocked as well. Robert Kansas, hello again.
Doctor is continuing her family's legacy. Her life's a drama. I'm not surprised. She always looks as if she was smelling shit. If that was me in her situation, I'd have left far away and started a new life, away from everything that reminded me of my parents.
Make a
But it looks like
Band-Aid.
she needs to demonstrate to her dad how much she is improving. And in the middle of the
Special
mess her
battery.
life is, her savior arrives, William Holtwick. If it wasn't because he's a decrepit old man, I think there's something going on between them.
Thank you, Robert Kansas, for your insightful information. James LaFleur to William Holtwick. Dear William Holtwick, what you propose is certainly very tempting. I'm seriously considering, but I need you to guarantee that if I were to collaborate in your project, the minimum level of ethics I demand is met. At least in the projects I took part in. What I have been doing for the state up to now is immoral enough, so I frankly have no need for bizarre entanglements now. I want to have the chance to stop creating tools to kill and torture innocent animals, yet at the same time revolutionize medicine. Regarding Benjamin Bennett, we are facing a problem. With the information you have, all we can do is to show up at his house and persuade him to allow us to conduct tests on him. Having gone through what he has lived, I really doubt he will be willing to collaborate. Any thoughts on this? Let me consider your proposal for a couple days and I shall let you know my decision. James LaFleur. Lafleur. Oh man. This place really is a nasty school, isn't it? it just kind of skipped, it just kind of hurt itself. You know that stinging you get. I need a pipe to fix the steam. I'm sure I'll find one eventually. Bottle. I'm gonna get myself killed by something by throwing all these bottles around. Robert Kansas again.
We're gathering possible evidence in the area related to those who've gone missing, but this is not my kind of job. If there are no
I don't know who
people
Robert
we can
Kansas
get
is.
information from, I'm
Think
not
he's a
gonna waste
cop.
my time searching and reading documents. That's what the freshmen from the station are for. These kids who believe in values such as law and order, who think that doing what is legitimately correct is the only
He's
option.
definitely a cop.
But they can't even do that right. Bah, I'll do it my own way.
Bah humbug is right. I have a stick of iron and a special battery. I should combine them to make a stun baton. Is that the pipe? Pipe with wheel? Crack of thunder. If I could play the piano faster, I would be sitting there playing that piano for a bit. No, no creaking. Yeah, radio. Benjamin Bennett.
I don't know where I am. It's dark.
You
And I don't have
are in a
insurance.
hospital.
I've been locked in here for hours, and I don't even know how to get back. My hallucinations seem more real than before.
A little bit.
And it's hard for me to tell reality and fantasy apart.
Hey, the Philadelphia experiment would do that to you.
Am I mad?
Look it up. If you don't know what it is, look it up on Google. You can find a Wikipedia article or something on it, I'm sure. Door blocked. Door stuck. Man, the door's stuck. Up the stairs on this side. Alright, there really wasn't anything right there. Pipe! Hello, William.
You certainly managed to pull through all the time. Who'd imagine it's the first time you do it? Let us make a deal. Run right away, and we'll forget everything that happened. Well, kid, whenever you want to get out of here, just tell me, and we'll negotiate.
I don't think I want to negotiate with,
You must think something.
monsters. Don't laugh at me like that, you weirdo. Hello. Low poly deerhead. Let's see. Letter from William Holtwick to James LaFleur. Dear James, I must admit I've taken a hurried step and I've failed in the attempt. I went to Benjamin Bennett's house, but he wasn't home. Instead, his wife opened the door and I discussed the situation as best as I could. I made her a tempting offer for her husband, and she, without consulting anybody else, rejected it. It seems that the Philadelphia experiment has affected Benjamin in more ways than he's willing to admit. Of course, she doesn't know what we did in Philadelphia. She's rather curious that Benjamin is suffering some trauma after all. It's rather curious that Benjamin's suffering some trauma after all, isn't he? His wife also told me she's expecting a child and that both of them would want to focus on the family they are forming. I find it certainly exasperating that the woman decides on his behalf on the grounds of such stupidity. It isn't the first time someone uses that excuse. I left the place before she could even think about inviting me in for a coffee. Anyway, not everything is lost. Come to the university to work with me. At worst, we can work on other experiments. I have several ongoing projects which may pique your interest. Others, maybe not so much. But I'm not going to force you to partake in them. You're going to work in what you want to work, and you're going to earn more than what you're earning right now. For my part, I shall see what to do with the Benjamin situation. William Holtwick. Secret tunnel into the next area. Another secret tunnel. Oh, this way. Robert.
God damn it! What a fucking mess! Everything's upside down.
Oh my God,
Nobody would
Robert.
find a thing in here.
Hey, that door
My
opened on
place
its
is
own.
tidier than this. No shit! Really? Damn rookies! Is this how they work now? Haven't they been taught to stand still? What a mess! I just like this enough already, and now my own companions make it even more complicated.
This is the only set of outlets in the entire room. Robert, Kansas. I do enjoy your existence. Simply because he's funny. Oh God, a safe. I don't know the combo. Oh God, I have to go find the combo now. I mean, I guess I just got a key in here, didn't I? I mean, that key's got to go to something important out here. This room? Nope. Oh, the key goes to this yellow door. This one. Hello? Hello? Is there anything in here? Maybe inside of the conspicuous cabinet at the back of the room? Tablecloth? A cube, I see. What's what I need a cube for in this room? So I can... Nope, can't take it out. Thought I would try again. Let's put a cube up there. What? I just smack the thing with the cube. And it opened up one of the downstairs places. Oh, both of them, actually. I went in the right one, it seems. This one is the unlocked door. I'm going to explore the hallway down here first. No. Wow, yeah, this place really is kind of falling apart. Is that outside? That's the courtyard. A note. Letter from James LaFleur to William Holtwick. Dear William Holtwick, I'm grateful for your honesty on the Benjamin Bennett case. I had already presumed it was a dead end. My advice is that for you, forget about it and avoid becoming obsessed. We must respect his decisions. Please don't think that this is going to affect my decision to work with you at the university. I already assumed nothing was going to come out of this, therefore I have taken this into account when making my choice. I accept to work with you under the condition I proposed in my previous letter. You and I are very much alike when it comes to goals we wish to achieve, but we are complete opposites regarding the means that we are willing to use to achieve said goals. That is why, if I'm going to be working with you, I would like you to at least respect the decision I made. I have no wish to craft weapons or torture animals or test products on them or anything of the sort. This does not mean I will stop torturing inert bodies and mutilated corpses. Everything done respectfully, of course. Even if the dead are dead and are never going to complain. Maybe this is exactly what makes everything more bearable. My motto from now on is respect for the living, contempt for the dead. I shall be there in about a week. Dark hallway. Big, tiny. God. So many breakables. I wasn't paying attention. Ah! I have to destroy them all. Cables. Dang. Don't mind me. I legitimately have to break everything. It's just like something I want to do right now. Ah! Yeah. I just destroyed a bunch of stuff. It's like giving me all sorts of serotonin. Firing off my neural processors. And after all, there's nothing here but the cable. I'm betting if I combine the cable, the battery, and that, I get something. But I don't have the recipe for that, so... Destroy priceless vases. Vases. Where are you? Ah, God. Hello, where am I? Why am I slightly sideways? Paintings. Oh yeah, I'm going crazy. Look at that. The hell is happening here? I'm just gonna wait for it to pass me again. Where are we going? Ah! Shoot. I gotta wait. This sucks. I screwed up. Wasn't expecting that. I think you're next. Yep. You bastard! Why do you have to be cornered? Why are you cornered away from me? What kind of platforming puzzle is this? Yeah, you get some adrenaline use in there. Okay, if it wants to put me all the way over here, I'll go all the way over here. I'm going to go to floor emergency. I don't think floor emergency is up. Let me out. It's my office. What do you want? Oh, bright. God. Light. Benjamin Bennett.
I can't do anything to prevent the worst of my visions from happening. At long last, I found one of the students, Samantha. They've toyed with her body up to the point she's unrecognizable. They've created a monster. A chimera that is festering all over. She
Chimera?
was on one of the stretchers, covered with a bedsheet. Alive. She asked me to kill her, and I couldn't do it. I thought I could kill her. I'm such a coward. Forgive me, my son.
Benjamin, I think you did everything that you could. I want to mark the end of this episode here now that I've reached a proper save point. I will see you all in the next episode.